这是德国电影《Welcome to Germany》，欢迎来住我家。去年打败了好莱坞强片，成为德国年度卖座冠军。不少当地的观众在看完电影之后改变了立场，愿意像剧中的女主角一样，敞开双臂来接纳难民。到底该不该接纳难民？接纳多少？以及日后的生活安排，在考验着庇护国的智慧。最近发生在眼前的，像是缅甸若开邦血腥冲突再起，40万罗兴亚人逃往了孟加拉，即便穿过了荆棘，越过铁网，等在他们面前的生活也是异常艰辛。更长远看，有朝一日到了庇护国，生活又会是如何呢？美国是全球最大的移民国家，二战后通过了第一个难民立法，接收65万流离失所的欧洲人。冷战期间也大量安置来自于共产政权的难民。过去40年来所收容的难民超过300万人。直到恐怖主义兴起，政策转趋保守。大爱全纪录持续的关注全球难民议题。今天要带您从这个收容难民有一定制度且具有历史的国度来理解难民所面临的生活挑战，以及此际对于全球和美国境内难民的人道援助。
You are about to witness the very exciting story of a city and its people. It will be an adventure that will open new sights in familiar surroundings. It is a story of a city seeking new horizons in a resolute contest with great challenges. That city is Detroit.
الله يخليك، أنت موجود بالشقة صح؟ يلا احنا جايين هسه. يلا مع السلامة. Yeah, they're ready. They're ready. The landlord is ready. Where's Khalid?
We started at this office in July of 2007. What we do here, we resettle refugees. Since 2007, I would say we resettled about 4,500 refugees, mainly Iraqi refugees.
Got it.
We're located in the heart of Dearborn, and Dearborn is heavily populated by an Arabic-speaking population. A lot of business owners that have restaurants or other small businesses, they're all Arabic-speaking.
And that's why they feel like they want to come to Michigan and they want to come to Dearborn specifically, because they know that they can overcome the language challenge till they learn the English language. They know they can rely on some people who knows and understand where they're coming from. They understand the culture.
You're coming with me, Khalid, right? It's a family of 4 that they're arriving tomorrow, so we're trying to get everything set for them, from the kitchenware, from the plates, to their mattresses, their blankets, everything is set. That's the side entrance. So the landlord keeps the electricity under their name, because when a refugee comes, they don't have Social Security yet. So once they get it, we switch it under their name. I've been looking for apartments, and then a previous client used to live here. And when they moved out, I told the landlord, we have a family that's coming. So he held it up for us. And other than that, we always drive around, use Craigslist, use the internet source to actually find apartments. Yeah. You guys struggling? Push it out. Oh, we got it.
Yep, we got it.
Good job, Farag. This is the queen mattress frame. We're about to set it up for the parents. Their first problem is basically transportation. This way we keep them close so we can take them to their appointments, health screening, DHS appointments, Social Security. We try to finish all that. And then basically after 2-3 months, if they're in the MG program, the matching grant program, they're good with finding them jobs. So they start depending on themselves, and then they get used to it. The community is very helpful. Like the family downstairs, she's volunteering to help them out with anything they need. I know clients, they arrived 2013, they're still in the same apartment. Yeah. Everything is set already. We kind of put some toys so they can come and see the toys in their beds to put a smile on their face. The kitchen table, and kind of got everything ready for them. The apartment is ready to move in, to be lived in. Yeah.
جاسم الخالدي، أنا جيت لاجئ من العراق، وصلت تقريباً جولاي 27 جولاي وصلت أمريكا. منطقة في جنوب العراق، منطقة هادية، جوها صحراوي يعني حار. أغلب سكانها بسطاء يعني، أحياء شعبية. منطقة حلوة. ناسها طيبين. What do you push now? 20 or cash?
No, if you don't want no money, you push no money.
No, I have.
You want money back?
No, no.
No.
جيت الأمريكان ومعي زوجتي ومعي طفلة صغيرة 10 سنوات، ومعي بنت ثانية متزوجة وعندها طفل، وعندي بعد إن شاء الله ولدين وبنت إن شاء الله يجون وراي يلحقوني. في عرب يعني مجموعة كبيرة من الجاليات العربية مثل اليمنيين والعراقيين واللبنانيين موجودين بكثرة بالولاية هذه، وهذا يسهل علينا أن نتعامل معاهم، يعني خاصة اللي ما يتكلم اللغة الإنجليزية بطلاقة. أو أنا تقريبا من المستقبل لي أنا وزوجتي انتهينا، يعني ما باقي من العمر شيء، خلصنا يعني. أنا تجاوزت ال50 وهي تقريبا على حدود ال50. المستقبل الأفضل أن يتم شملي مع عيالي ويجون عندي هنا، ويكون المستقبل لهم أفضل ولعيالهم، ويكونوا مواطنين صالحين ويحسوا بالأمن والأمان ويعيشوا حالهم حال أبناء البلد. بنتي صغيرة مرتاحة وتأقلمت وحبت المدرسة وحبت الطاقم يعني مدرساتها اللي معاها، وهم أيضاً حبوها. حتى يوم العطلة ما ودها تقعد، يعني الويكند ودها كل يوم دوام أنها تروح المدرسة، لأنها جد حبت المدرسة يعني.
Y has the same ending sound. Very good. Now, no. What the opposite of a no? I have a new sweater. What the opposite of no? إيش يعني no? جديد. Very good. So what the opposite of no? Old. What is it? Tell Zahra, what's the opposite of a no? Old. No. Now.
مثل الحين لما أشوف بنتي الصغيرة هذه 10 سنوات تدرس وفرحانة وقاعد تتعلم لغة وتعليم أفضل، ولما أسألها شنو تحب تكوني بكرة وشنو تكون، تقول أتمنى أصير دكتورة. يعني هي راسمة مستقبلها وسعيدة بحياتها، وأكيد راح يكون مستقبلها أفضل من ناحية التعليم ومن ناحية المعيشة.
Show me the third Saturday. The third Saturday.
Interesting.
Third, honey. Look at it.
Found in the
What date
January 16th.
was it? January 16th. Very good. Very good. Go sit down. And how many Sundays we have in January?
Last night, around 8 o'clock p.m., I went to the airport. I picked up a family of 4. They're coming from Iraq. I took them to their apartment. I got them some hot meal ready. And today in the morning, I picked them up again so we can take them for the orientation in the office.
بالنسبة للسلامة العامة طبعاً هو عندنا هاي أشياء مهمة هاي كلها اللي حكيتها مهمة أني أوكي ال 911 هذا تليفون الشرطة أوكي إيه انتبه هذا من يصير عندك مشكلة لا سامح الله تخابر 911 أوكي يعني الشرطة
911 لو 9
لا هي 911 رأسين تليفون الشرطة نعم. فتقول لهم شنو نوع المشكلة اللي عندك إيه شنو نوع المشكلة اللي عندك لأنه إذا ما بلغتهم راح تجيك الإسعاف والشرطة والإطفائية وراها يشارجوك على 3
أنا اسمي عدي العامري جيت من العراق أنا وعائلتي زوجتي نغم النعيمي مع 2 بنات ملاك العامري ورحمة العامري سافرت من بغداد إلى دولة العراق إلى دولة تركيا وعشت في أحد محافظات تركيا وقدمت على الأمم المتحدة في أنقرة وصار استقبال منه تقديمي كلاجئ وحصلت على الاستيطان امريكا ورحبت بالاستيطان مال امريكا لان دوله امريكا دوله متحضره واحسن دوله واول دوله بالعالم. وبعدين الى المانيا فرانكفورت انتظار ساعتين بالمطار بعدين انطرنا الى ميشيغان. والله أول خطتي إنه أضمن مستقبل أطفالي بالدراسة وتعليم اللغة الإنجليزية وأتعلم اللغة الإنجليزية. أنا عندي معلومات بس شوية 3 سنوات بتركيا أريد أعيد معلوماتي إنه أسوي فايبريشن إنه معلومات أتعلم الإنجليزي أضبطه وأعيش إنه أشتغل لأن أنا إنسان عملي جدا أحب لأن أكون على مود عائلتي. انه شلون اوفر السعاده عن طريق العمل انه وركينج اشتغل خاطر اوفر كل
اشتغلنا في العراق قبل سقوط النظام كان يعني نبيع ونشتري سيارات وشغلات الشكل. عملي معمل يعني باكجر عمل شاق بالنسبة لي عمل متعب طوال 8 ساعات تقريبا أكون واقف عمل شاق بس لازم نشتغل المصاريف كثيرة وأجار البيت غالي والانشورنس خاصة بديربورن وديترويت. مستقبل أفضل لعيالي وأحفادي نطالع للمستقبل يعني نشوف مستقبل افضل ان شاء الله لنا يعني ندور على مستقبل افضل ونحس بالامان اكثر والعيشه افضل.
密西根州这个社区2007年以来安置了超过4500名的阿拉伯裔难民。从刚刚影片中我们可以看到，孩子们对于新生活的适应远比大人来得好，而成年人对于家乡离愁的疏解和异乡生活的适应，10年看似漫长，其实仍然是挑战。镜头转到了爱德荷州。费德尔上博，他是从刚果辗转流离，终于被安置到了美国，已经超过了10年。而回顾这段日子，他说来到了庇护国不是旅程的结束， 而是一切的开始。
I sleep 2-3 hours a day. 3 hours is the max. If I sleep more than 3 hours a day, I feel my body really hurts. And this is because of the stress and trauma that I suffered, during the wars and stuff. When I started living alone at 12, I was dreaming. Every time I go to bed, I would dream about all this stuff throughout the night, and they'll keep me up. So rather than sleeping at night, I'll be busy thinking and reminiscing and crying and, having all the anxiety attack. And I wouldn't sleep. And when the morning comes again, I feel kind of excited a little because I'll be talking to people. And then at night, I won't sleep.
Sasa jana kwa mwambia amuite apange naye siku atakuja juu tukuye pamoja naye maana kwa yeah, so yeah, when you're talking with the phone interpreter also doesn't understand you like 4 or 5 times. You have to explain to him, so to her, like, oh, what are you saying? What are you saying? Can you repeat yourself? It becomes so much stressful.
Unasikia yenye unamwambia.
Yeah, and since you don't know, we don't know English, and it's somebody over the phone that's interpreting, you don't know if what you're saying is what they're interpreting because they're far away. You don't know if they're doing it accurately.
When I see them, I see my grandmothers and fathers, if they would have been here. Just the stress of it, of trying to understand the culture at that age. And this is African 62. Their bodies are really tired because they've been running from war, losing friends and families and relatives.
I'm Fidel Nshambo. I was born in a city called Bukavu in the Congo. As a young man, watching everything around me being beautiful, the changes started right around 1994. War broke out. So the genocide, the killings and everything in there, and most of the people who were running from all the atrocities were coming straight into my city in Bukavu. That second Congo War came when I was away from everybody, and everybody was away, so I was forced to leave. After a couple of months of struggling through different countries, being an illegal immigrant in Burundi, in Tanzania, in Zambia, all these countries I had to stop in without documents, without papers, cross their borders illegally, just trying to find safety. Until the UN located me, they heard that they didn't have enough time, they had to get me out of the country, and that's when they took my case a little serious. So finally the United States accepted my file, they granted me visa. And I was told, hey, you are going to America. So yeah? Don't look at me like that. Yeah. What do you want? Okay, 2 minutes, Janet. It took me 2 years, I would say, to feel comfortable that I'll be comfortable in Boise at least and comfortable to live my life here. I was in fear that I was going to die in Boise right when I landed in because I knew the people wouldn't like me. People think that when you are a refugee and they resettle you to America and all your problems are done. They don't understand that that's the beginning of everything. Oh, okay. All right, thank you. Now we go. Oh, look at that. Go. See that? So I use this room when I want to rehearse, usually as a little office for me, when I have a speech coming up or a poetry reading or something. But it's also a playroom for the kids. Many people already know me, and they know what I do and stuff as a refugee activist. So they reached out to me and said that they met somebody from the UN in Geneva who asked them if they could do some things about refugees at their events. So the topic for the talk will be, I was not born a refugee. I was made one. And that's a phrase that I'll repeat throughout the speech. Kind of get it to stick into people's brain. If you ask me what is poetry, I'll tell you it's a therapeutic process that I had to deal with to get rid of my demons. And as I started doing it, I realized that my demons were going away. We were a loving family, doing our daily activities during the day and praying together as a family. And then, boom. Everything that I had disappeared in a single day. The war broke out. I found myself alone with my whole family disappeared. Killed, kidnapped, ran without me, or imprisoned. I did not know. All I knew was I had to save myself. I had to find a safe place for myself. My city, Bukavu, was not one of the safe places because from that day onward, my country was classified as a war zone. My country, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, was classified as the worst place for women. 8 million people have been killed and buried in my land. 10% of our population, to be exact. You see, I was not born a refugee. I was made one. To survive, I had to walk through hell to find a safe place. Every second of every day was a mathematical calculation of how I can cheat death. Yeah, so even the tone of voice, just the tone of the voice that I'll use during the thing also kind of matters so much. So that I either have to lower or go high pitch or lower, you know, bring it kind of low with a little bass, kind of put it in there, or just be quiet and sound and settle and collected. Yeah.
You need faith
unahitaji imani
to love people,
kupenda watu,
to forgive people.
kusamehe watu.
I met Fidel many years ago. Fidel came to our church and I embraced him. And he had some spiritual need. People that have gone through the wars in Africa. And when they come here, they suffer some post-traumatic challenges. And he could not sleep well at night, and he was having a lot of nightmares. I saw in him a potential, and I helped him to try to structure what he has to write, especially the world of the refugees. And what the refugees went through, many people in America don't have a clue.
Joining the church also helped me kind of meet a lot of other people that were from my own country who were already comfortable in this community. And they helped me also grow and kept my culture, kept my side of the culture while learning the American culture. As a refugee, I wasn't expecting so much. I knew I was gonna die down there like most of them. I didn't deserve to have a wife. I didn't deserve to have children of my own. I didn't deserve to have a house in America or to have cars in America. My whole life, I was a refugee, but it was never my choice. Me trying to fight for them and ask for them to continue being resettled, it's a small portion of what everybody should be doing. It's important because these people are people that never chose to be there. They are placed there where they are by the actions of others. They are humans, and we are here to support each other.
It's really difficult to communicate with my neighbors because they won't speak English, whether they can or cannot, they don't.
Where these refugees are coming from, they are not cultures that will integrate into the American society.
We shouldn't be the Section 8 capital of Southern Idaho.
The refugees should no longer come to Twin Falls. I'm a firm believer, but it's time to put an end to CSI's refugee program. And I hope with all my heart that this can be accomplished now. Thank you.
我非生而为难民，我是被逼的。这不只是费德尔尚博的心声，而是每一个曾经或此刻正颠沛在异国路上的难民心声。他们历尽了九死一生，来到了庇护国度，就算是愿意一切从头开始，但当地人对他们抢工作的批评，对他们可能恐怖姿势的疑虑，总是如影随形。该如何适应？如何化解呢？人类社会有答案吗
？844, Bill Colley with you on Top Story on News Radio 1310 KLIX. We have a caller joining us. You're up next, and you're on Top Story with Bill Colley. Go ahead.
Good morning. I'm calling because every time we talk about refugees, they always talk about only the Syrians being a problem.
Bringing a sworn enemy into your quiet community, I think, is kind of the elephant in the room. We don't know who the enemy is. That's a huge concern for a lot of family people out there. This is a, pretty God-fearing community here.
They're replacing American workers all over the country, right here locally, with cheaper labor that they can get. I mean, folks, we better wake up. These are the kind of people that are coming here.
We really aren't supporting this down here.
And even those that are coming into Twin Falls, they're not bringing families, by and large. They're bringing young military-age people. So what's the goal here is to create jihad or just overpopulate us?
So yesterday I called ZZ over at the refugee center. ZZ. I left a message. It wasn't offensive, anything. I just want him to explain to me more about what they intend to do. Think about this. 8 months ago, this issue wasn't even at the top of the mind of the people of southern Idaho. But it is now.
My name is Zizi Rasama. I am the director for the College of Southern Idaho Refugee Programs.
First time I came to Twin Falls was for my job interview. The second time, it was moving to Twin Falls for the job. There's nice people. The cost of living is cheap. There's jobs, any kind of jobs. It's a very small town, but we have so many employers, big ones, that are here in our city.
I was born in a town called Bukavu, which is in the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo. So the genocide that happened to Rwanda in the Congo was actually a continuation of that genocide. In Rwanda, they were killing the Tutsis, the Rwandan Tutsis, and then the killers were stopped and they were pushed into the Congo. And they found the Congolese Tutsis in the Congo. Then they continued killing them. And that's how I became a refugee. Is your case, is he? I think he has some issues at work, so I knew that it's not gonna be easy to resettle refugees in this small town. So I was ready for any challenges. If a person is employable, we start enrolling them in ESL classes. Usually after the first week, that's when they start attending.
What is your phone number?
What's your phone number? My phone number
is area code
84045243.
High five. Okay.
Hello, sir. How are you, sir? What's your name, sir?
What's your name?
No. When I walk over to you, I will greet you. How are you, sir?
Yes.
What is your name? Then you start, my name it's a possessive way. You say, my name is Munyakazi. When I meet you again, I will greet you.
You will come back, right?
How are you, sir?
Thank you.
What is your name?
Saida is here.
My name.
And this one. J. K. K. Good, good. This is L. 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 Uh-huh.
Knowing where these people are coming from, staff members will repeat things over and over again to make sure that they understand those important skills will help them keep the job. The maximum we can actually help refugees with rent and utilities, it's 8 months. All employable refugees get jobs within 2-3 months after arrival, and they are at that time able to pay their rent.
Okay, Muda Kamwa, next. You're next. Twin Falls is growing by leaps and bounds. We've had several factories open that employ them. Chobani opened up and several other, we've got Cliff Bar is coming, and they tend to employ the refugees even with not a lot of English, so they've been really good to the refugees. When there was buzz about Syrian refugees, a lot of people got up in arms about thinking that we were going to bring Syrian refugees here and that terrorists could sneak in. We've been fighting a lot of, not bad publicity, but people that don't want the refugee center here. And they've been here for such a long time, since Vietnam even. I've never seen anybody in the refugee system that's scary enough to not let them come and live here. Okay, muda kamwa. You're welcome. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Nitwa Munyakazi, nkomoka muri Rucuru. Nafite ubuzima bwiza, nari umworozi, ubu twari dutunze izi nka zimeze zityo turangizi. Ubwo igihe muri 1994 haza kuba intambara, bahungira iwacu muri Kongo. Baza kungira mu iwacu muri Kongo, batugwa nabi, barya inka zacu, bica abavandimwe bacu. Ubwo turahunga duhungira mu Rwanda. Mu Rwanda tumaze imyaka 20 duhunze. Turanga turi mu buzima, ubundi buzima ntabwo twaje twishimye kuko no guhuza amagara. Mbona nabonye akazi ko munka nkajya ngashaka ngakunze. Ubwo abagira neza banshakira baragenda babwira abakozi abo ba nyirizo nka yuko bagomba kumpa umunsi w'isabato nkaje gusenga. Ubwo umunsi barawumva ariko bigeze nyuma banyizaho baravuga ngo nije gukora kuri umunsi w'isabato. Ubwo munsi igihe bameje gukora ku isabato ndabangira ndabasaba nti uwo munsi muwumve indi minsi yose nza nkora ariko umunsi muwumve. Barangiye banze banyirukankaho. Ubu nticaye ahangaha sinkora bitewe nuko bamuri ngo nkore ku isabato kanga n'umudamu wanje bamubwiye ngo aramushakira akazi ngo ariko nukora ku isabato nawe arabyirengagiza.
Demographics in Twin Falls are changing due to industries here that rely on immigrant workers and due to the refugee center. The community was unprepared for the attention that was thrust upon us in the last 9 months, which I believe and many others believe resulted in our community being reflected in a negative light. Building a community among diverse populations can have growing pains. So we need to work together to develop ways to promote inclusion and ease conflict. In January, we gathered a group of local business leaders, religious leaders, and community leaders to discuss different models for community development, focusing on our immigrant and refugee populations.
I would like to give the opportunity to those in the public who have come to want to comment on this particular request this evening. I would ask that we keep our comments respectful. I know this is a very passionate and emotional issue that has churned throughout our community for many, many months.
Our nation is great because we have allowed, since its existence, immigration. It's a wonderful thing, but it's got to be an integration.
It's really difficult to communicate with my neighbors because they won't speak English, whether they can or cannot. They don't.
Where these refugees are coming from, they are not cultures that will integrate into the American society.
We shouldn't be the Section 8 capital of Southern Idaho.
Illegal ones that don't come up to our standards of life, living.
A lot of these refugees are not really refugees, they are economic migrants.
I want to feel safe as a citizen here. I want my children to feel safe.
They immigrate, they populate, and they segregate. That's the way they operate.
We're seeing this on a microscopic level. The problems you have in big cities are starting to really show up here. And we're just starting to scratch the surface.
The refugees should no longer come to Twin Falls. I'm a firm believer, but it's time to put an end to CSI's refugee program. And I hope with all my heart that this can be accomplished now. Thank you.
The few people that are opposing are just few. But in this time of the world where technology is its highest, so one person can multiply one voice 100 times.
Ngiza mahirwe nduwa Yesu numfite umunezero mwinshi.
I see people that they have hope, but they don't know what will happen to them in the future. I see people that are confused during the first week of arrival. I see people that are anxious to change their lives. I see people that are very appreciative to the fact that they were given the opportunity. I see people that they want to participate in making this country a better country.
Well, I came here from Liberia as a refugee in 1999 with my grandmother. I was like 7 years old. I never really got the chance to know my mother because before the war came, my mother handed me over to my grandmother. The first time we came to New York, the first thing we saw was the Statue of Liberty. For me, I interpret it as freedom, because where I'm coming from is considered to be hell on earth.
刚刚我们从在地居民的角度看到，有人认为美国之所以伟大，就是因为从建国之初就广纳移民，成为多元人才的大熔炉。但也有人认为，大量移民让他和邻居已经变得无法沟通， 抱怨这些新移民不管会不会说英文，就是不肯说，而自成一格。纽约自由女神像可有这么一段话：我将为穷途潦倒、渴望自由、被遗弃于海滩以及无家可归的人们指引迷津。7岁就跟随着祖母从赖比瑞亚逃到美国的乔治塔尔，他就住在纽约。自由女神不但烙印在他的心里，也鼓舞着他在这个自由的国度里实现梦想。他勤奋向学，也半工半读。大学选择的是政治系，希望有朝一日也能够帮助别人获得他们想要的生活。
Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here at our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand a mighty woman with a torch whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name, Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome, her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor the twin cities frame. Keep ancient lands, you storied pomp, cries she with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. The New Colossus by Emma Lazarus, engraved on the Statue of Liberty.
Well, I live in Long Island, but being that Staten Island is a little bit closer to Brooklyn College and my job, I'm staying here with a friend of mine. Well, she's letting me stay in her smaller room with her older brother. Well, he's younger than her, but he's older than me. It's not really my room anyway, but I'm living here, so I try to do as much as possible to help her in terms of like cleaning up and just helping her with the light bill, because I'm pretty much use my laptop to do my work during the night. Well, I came here from Liberia as a refugee in 1999 with my grandmother. I was like 7 years old. I never really got the chance to know my mother because before the war came, my mother handed me over to my grandmother. Like, here's your grandson. I can't do much anymore. But I think in a lot of ways, it was better in the sense that my mother lived in the village and my grandmother lived in the city. So her taking me away from my mother was a way of her saying, I live in the city, I can do better for him. I can send him to school. The first time we came to New York, the first thing we saw was the Statue of Liberty. For me, I interpret it as freedom, because where I'm coming from is considered to be hell on earth. What actually influenced me to study politics in college was I looked at my family history and I realized only one person in my family actually graduated high school. I go to school in Brooklyn. I wake up 6 in the morning, take a shower and everything, hop on the bus like around 7:30. Then after that, I get on the ferry, get to Manhattan, hop on the 4 or 5 train, go to Brooklyn. And then right after that, I go to class. And then after class, I go to work. I work for Brooklyn College as well. I assist with organizing the bulletin boards in the school. To do this, it makes me feel great in the sense that I'm doing something to be for the Brooklyn College community. That's how I feel. Like, I don't want to be like one of those students who just come to school, get good grades, and then leave the school after graduating. I want to come and do something for the school, leave a mark so that people can remember me. Guess who's coming here? For myself, I want to for the future, I want to have a decent job, a family, not kids, but not yet. I feel like my purpose on earth is to help people, and that's something I really want to do. Also, just looking at where my country is in terms of, economic, education, a bunch of the other things that are going on there, I do feel like it is my purpose to do something for my country, for my people, and maybe help them in some sort of way.
美国是一个典型的移民国家，但随着国际情势的转变，外来的人，无论是难民是移民，似乎都不再那么的受到欢迎。从今天这些贴身的记录和采访中，我们看到了美国从东岸到西岸对于难民的态度与社会接纳的氛围，也看到了来自于伊拉克、刚果和赖比瑞亚等等的难民，他们戏剧性的人生。美国梦对于生在成平社会的我们来说，可能是一个令人心羡的追求，但是对于许多非自愿或是不得不前往的人来说，他们的美国梦所凸显的难民安置问题，值得我们省思。希望也能够激励您我都成为帮助苦难民众，或者说支持新移民的一份爱的力量。